thought it's supposed to jack back down. No? Am I crazy? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Maintenance with Mike. So this week on Maintenance with Mike, we are going to be bringing in some more gravel, as I mentioned in my previous video. We have a bunch of old smashed up pavers. You can see I use pavers on the front of the Secan here for leveling. We've got a bunch of pieces of pavers that are all broken up. We're just gonna put those in front of the Secan. We're just gonna basically put them all right here so that when we bring the gravel in, we're not losing gravel to going underneath the Secan. So that'll be a sort of a barrier, and they'll just get buried. You know, the concrete's good fill basically. There's quite a dip here that goes down from where the camera is placed. So we're gonna try to taper that off a little bit more and make that a little bit better of a ramp so we can get the equipment in and out of the Secan. Anyway, let's fire up the tractor. Let's go down the mountain here and we will grab those old pieces of smashed up pavers, bring them up here and dump them. Let's get started. So these are the old pavers off the patio that was redone at the front. You couldn't get this pattern of paver anymore, and there was a number of the pavers that were broken. So as luck would have it, we got to change them all. So anyway, these are the leftover pieces that we're going to use up there for just fill. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. You can see that I've blocked off from any gravel being pushed underneath the Secan, and that's just to save gravel. This was just going to sit down there for another 10 years, so we might as well use it as fill. So let's go have a look. Might as well show you in the new Secan, eh? What do you think of that? Let's have a look at the new Secan. We'll show you those pieces of decking that I changed out that I wasn't happy with. They're a bit punky. These things, it's sort of a misconception here. I don't know. It seems like a lot of people think that the bottom is steel. It's not. The bottom is like a really smooth sort of plywood. It's not like a regular type of plywood. It's very smooth and compacted. I'm not too sure if the layers are thinner or what, but the thickness of it is an odd thickness too. It's not 3/4 inch. It's like an inch and a bit. I don't know where they get it from, but I played around with 3/4 inch and a 1/4 inch sheet that I laminated and PL'd, which is a construction adhesive. The 3/4 inch and the 1/4 inch together matches the floor height of all the rest. So let me turn our light on in there and go have a look. It's all nicely painted. Well, as Grampy's Workshop would say, use what you got. Bunch of black latex paint that I had. So I hope you can see this. So this is the original flooring here. And right here, those two sheets are a new piece of the 3/4 inch with a 1/4 inch laminated to it. Those pieces there were rotten. And as well, these two pieces side by side here were rotten as well. Not rotten to the point of, things could get through, but I wasn't happy with putting stuff in here thinking that at one point in time I'd have to change the floor. So we did it now while there's nothing in here, but that's basically it, all done. Those are the two new pieces there, one here. It's actually, 3 smaller pieces. These were actually the leftover 3/4 inch plywood forms for the walkway in the front yard. Like when I poured that big concrete wall, these were the 3/4 inch plywood that I used for the forms. So again, reusing what you got. So let's go have a look at the broken piece. So you can see we got the cable run over there because this is going to get filled with more gravel. So we're just going to bury that. That's a tech cable, armored tech cable. You can see we hit our marks like bang on what I had snapped chalk lines and drawn on the paver for the corner of the C-can to touch down. And there's the other corner there. You can also see the drain pipe here that's coming around the C-can. Let's go look at the other side there and show you that busted up piece. So you can still walk around the C-can, which is good because it's going to be painted. But you can see that's the smashed. When this corner here touched down and we twisted the C-can, it just shattered this paver. So I'm thinking I might have to come back to here to get the jackhaul under the C-can, but maybe on this corner. But I'm gonna see what I can figure out here, and we'll show you what we're up to. Okay, so the issue with the jackhaul is you have to have space to operate the handle. So unfortunately, I've only been able to catch this little bit of a lip here. You can see I've pulled those broken pavers out of there, and there still is a piece of paver in the corner. So what I'm just going to do is lay the new one down and just slide it under and then let the jack down, because you do not want to have your fingers anywhere near this thing. So the idea is we're just going to put this one down like this and use it to push the other one out. Might have to go up a little bit, tap it underneath there. Okay, let's try to put this up one more click. Whew. Nice. Something like that, eh? I had these pieces of rebar underneath here. Now I can put my hand here because this is gonna, that's not a danger there. Let's try to slide this piece of rebar underneath here. And the rebar was to keep the paver from, that's not gonna go into there, so. To keep the paver from cracking, but like I said, when we had all that weight on it, it just wasn't gonna work. So let's just spread out these broken pieces. They're gonna get buried in rock. I might as well keep this piece of steel now for something else. Okay, let's see if we can let this down now. And of course, instructions have all faded off of it. I thought there was some sort of where you go up now and you push this down, and now it is going to go down. I thought it's supposed to jack down. I don't know. Seems sketchy as hell. Maybe it just needs oil or something. I don't know. So this one's supposed to go down and catch, which it is. And then the top one is supposed to come out. Like it's like that make or break sort of thing. Like the top one. I thought it's supposed to jack back down. No? Am I crazy? Man, I just don't put my fingers anywhere near that thing. I think I may have to consult YouTube. So that's supposed to stay there. And this one's supposed to come out, is it not? Oh, stupidest thing in the world. Oh, there we go. I think it just needs some lubrication. There. I wouldn't think you'd have to actually pull these pins. Like I would think this cam. Anyway, it's out now. And I'll probably end up putting it away and still not knowing how it's supposed to work. We got it out. Anyway, let's take the jack hole and that back out of here. The container slid that way a little bit, so we'll have to get a pry bar and see if we can just push it this way, or El Tractor. Come on, jackal. And you know what? I specifically bought the name brand, you know, like Milwaukee Sawzall. I bought the actual rescue jack that's made by Jackal, thinking that it would be the be all end all. But anyway, I'm sure we'll get some people that'll send some comments, positive comments, on how this is actually supposed to work. I would have thought that one pin would always stay in, but oh, And now I set it down on the ground and it falls down to the bottom. I don't know. Anyway, so we've shifted slightly here in this back corner. We're out by about an inch now. On this pad, you can see the line is here now, so we're out by about an inch. I don't know if a pry bar is going to be able to slide that. I guess we're going to find out in a second, aren't we? You'd be surprised what you can move with a big heavy pry bar. Maybe not, eh? Digging holes in the ground is all we're doing. No way. Huh. Look at that. Hope you saw that. Little Kubota for the win. Beautiful babies. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy for such a heavy object how simple it is to move on something smooth like these pavers. So I think we got her beat. I think it's back where it's supposed to be. Hey, it's gonna do it for today's video. A little Kubota came through just with the tilt function of the bucket. We just picked that up enough off that paver that I could just drive forward and shove it the 1 inch that we needed to gain. So we're all back square. We're 21 feet 7 inches on the diagonal from each corner to each corner, which is exactly where we want to be to make sure that those are square to each other and parallel. So that's going to do it for today's video. We appreciate you hanging out with us for a bit today. If you like these videos, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. Maybe put something in the comments or a link to another YouTube video that will show the proper operation of this jackhaul. Again, it's something I don't use. I think I've used it twice. This is the second time. So I don't know exactly how it's supposed to operate. And from a safety perspective, it's probably not a good idea to operate it if you don't really know how to operate it. So anyway, your help would be greatly appreciated. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.